Alright, we will be getting into this tier 1 with the rebels here. We'll be trying tier 2 with the clones later. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, we're going to stick with the rebels. As you can see, 3 Gear 12s, Gear 11 Han, Gear 10 Old Ben, nothing special. Alright, there we go. So the trick to this whole thing is it's kind of cut off by the screen here, is this ability off to the right called Counterwatch. The first half of that text is cool and all, but the second half, in addition, gain a 50% chance to call an assist till the end of the battle when attacking out of turn. That's the important bit, because every time you call this, you grant your character a 50% chance, or 50% more chance to call an assist when they attack out of turn. And so with the rebels, with Luke Skywalker's lead of plus 50% counter chance for all rebels, it's a lot of counterattacks. It's a lot of attacks out of turn. So the more you get these, the more you trigger Counterwatch, the more assists they'll call on. You just set up these chains. Also would recommend doing this on Chewbacca and Han as much as possible, because Han attacks out of turn every time he uses his basic on that second attack, and Chewbacca attacks out of turn every time Han and the guarded character, in this case Old Ben, take a turn. So the more that they're throwing assists off of their attacks out of turn, the better, because they're always attacking out of turn. Other than that, just kind of, it's pretty straightforward with all the counter chains. You really don't end up having to do much. Ignore the snap there. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Excuse me. Once you get going with those counter chains, and as you can see, oh, there goes Raikita. Well, you always hate to see people get booted, but what can I say? He's been really inactive, and we the officers like to try and keep the guild as active as possible. It means more raids for everyone, more rewards for everyone, more fun for everyone. So I'm sure whoever we replace Raikita with will contribute just as much, if not more, to the guild. Anyway, we're approaching phase 4 now, which is the first kind of hard phase of this, in my opinion. But again, with those counter chains that you've strung together, hopefully with Counterwatch, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Yeah, and I always like to go for the Death Troopers in these events, because I know some of them, they ignore protection, not in this event, but they always just give me anxiety, and they're also the damage dealers of the phase usually, so it never hurts to get rid of them. Yeah, clear through that, no problem. Yeah, and then again, this is just more of the same, no big deal. Yeah, see, Chewbacca called Luke, who called Chewbacca. Chains can get real fun the longer they get. But yeah, this is actually outside of 4 7 and 8 a pretty easy event at Tier 1 in my opinion. It wasn't really that challenging. Tier 2 has been another story entirely. I haven't made it past Wave 2 in that yet with my Relic clones, so yeah. But Tier 1 was surprisingly straightforward up until the last couple waves. This is the first or the second wave I thought that was a little tricky, but again, start with the Death Trooper, and I mean, look at those chained assists. Oh my goodness, it's just Obi-Wan countered 3 times off of that one grenade. That was off one Obi-Wan counter on that front Stormtrooper. It makes the world of difference when you can have everyone just throwing assists every time they counter, because they're countering all the time. I honestly wonder if it'd be worth trying Tier 2 with the Rebels, just because of all the counters. Ben and Han are too squishy. Anyway, here's Tier 8. This one's kind of a mess. I go after Thrawn first, because, Fracture's dangerous and all that, but what, unbeknownst to me, is Han gets smacked there, but I've stacked some exposes on the Emperor. I didn't realize this real time. And Snipe Han and Chewbacca just, with his built-in expose plus the 2 exposes on the Emperor already, just smacked him, and that was really the meat of the event, is the Emperor there. So, yeah, Chewbacca is your guy, but the assist chains to get Chewbacca going are just huge, because the more you can get him to attack with his built-in assists in this last phase, because it ignores that armor ability on Vader as well. Honestly, yeah, Tier 1 was pretty straightforward. I mean, I did most of this last round without Han. So, still working on Tier 2, but Tier 1 is really pretty simple once you start using that counter watch ability all the way off to the right. It really makes worlds of difference. So, good luck. Hope you guys succeed, and I'll catch you later with a Tier 2 video, hopefully. See ya.